I propose the question that the new clause 22A be part of the bill. I now put the question that the new clause 22A be part of the bill. Will as many of that opinion say aye? Aye. Will as many of that opinion say nay? Nay. Ayes have it. Don't rebel member from Kisii. I'm not able to get the name. Don't Mayaka. What is out of order?
Chair, you know we are not. Our voices are not as loud as our male colleagues.
You got the mic now, so go ahead with your point.
So, Chair, I just wanted to add my voice to this particular clause because it's very important. One of the microfinance institutions that is actually licensed under this is the Kenya Women Finance Trust, and for me, this is a win for the very many million women Kenyans who are members of the Kenya Women Finance microfinance institution because they're beneficiaries of this.
You. So members, I now put the question again that the new clause 22A be part of the bill. Will as another opinion say aye? Aye. Will as those other opinion say nay? Nay. The ayes have it.
Provisions relating to the Value Added Tax Act, Cap 476, Clause 25.
Members, I propose the question that Clause 25 be part of the bill. Because there are no amendments, I put the question that Clause 25 be part of the bill. As one of that opinion say aye. Aye. As one of that opinion say nay. Nay. Ayes have it.
Clause 26.
I propose the question that Clause 26 be part of the bill. Chairperson, Clause 26.
Honorable Chairperson, I beg to move that Clause 26 be amended as per the order paper. Honorable Chair, there has been a big shift in how businesses are employing employees. So what you find is that most establishments would outsource the service of the staffing of their staff, Honorable Chair. And so what that meant is if I have a business that I employ 1,000 people that work at Quickmart, so I will pay my staff their salaries, and then Quickmart will reimburse me, will pay me. So what KRA did was go to those particular businesses and say, because you have received this, then you should charge VAT. And Honorable Speaker, Honorable Chair, from public participation, we realize that is a mistake because there is no value being added. It is just reimbursement for their service, and therefore we are recommending that we expressly provide it for the law, where these establishments provide for that outsourcing of labor. Honorable Speaker, they will not be subjected to VAT when they are reimbursed by those establishments.
Thank you. Members, I propose the question that Clause 26 be amended as proposed by the Chairperson. I put the question that Clause 26 be amended as proposed by the Chairperson of Finance Committee. As many other opinions say aye. Aye. As many other opinions say nay. Aye. The ayes have it. And now put the question that Clause 26 as amended be part of the bill. Will as many other opinions say aye? Aye. Will as those opinions say nay? Nay. The ayes have it.
Clause 27.
Members, I propose the question that Clause 27 be part of the bill. Chair. Clause 27.
You know, Honorable Chair, it's the leader of majority who is consulting on a particular matter. Honorable Speaker, I beg to move that Clause 27 be amended as per the order paper. This Honorable Chair is correcting a cross-referencing error where subsection 2 has been referred as subsection 1.
So it's a correction, just cleaning up. So I propose the question that Clause 27 be amended as proposed by the Chair. I put the question that Clause 27 be amended as proposed by the Chair. Will as many other opinions say aye? Aye. Will as many other opinions say nay? The ayes have it. I put the question, members, that Clause 27 as amended be part of the bill. Will as many other opinions say aye? Aye. Will as many other opinions say nay? The ayes have it.
Clause 28.
Members, I propose the question that Clause 28 be part of the bill. There will be no amendment. I put the question that Clause 28 be part of the bill. Will as many of that opinion say aye? Aye. Will other opinion say nay? Nay. The ayes have it.
Clause 29.
Members, I propose the question that Clause 29 be part of the bill. Chairman.
Honorable Chairperson, I beg to move that clause 29 be amended as per the order paper. Again, Honorable Chairperson, these are some of the matters that were raised by the members of the public. Because what this clause was doing, by changing the definition of the word person under the VAT Act, it would have created unnecessary responsibility and obligation for even small traders to be required to account for VAT. And therefore, this is some of the issues that we agreed with members of the public. We disagreed with National Treasury, and therefore we propose its deletion.
Members, I propose the question, not put the question. I propose the question that clause 29 be amended as proposed by the finance chairperson. The Honorable Kingola.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. As much as I agree with the Chairman Finance, when I looked at clause 29, Mr. Speaker, I wonder why each committee have to introduce such draconian measures to common mwananchi. If you look at that clause, it was proposing that every person who does any business should provide an invoice. And I was wondering, at what point will Mama Mboga, Boda Bodas, and those small-scale entrepreneurs do that? So, Mr. Speaker, Mr. Chairman, we should not be doing such things just to make Kenyans look like the government is minding them. Yet, it is something which is being brought here to incite or, in fact, look like they are bribing Kenyans.
Okay, the Honorable Majority, what is out of order?
You know, Honorable Speaker, it is important that we be honest with Kenyans and be very sincere in our engagements. Because the bill I am holding here, and I actually want to challenge, and I will volunteer my copy of the bill to Honorable Makau. Show us where in this bill the things you are alleging are about invoices are. It is okay to say things in Mavoko, but not here, honestly.
Order.
You can't allege things that are not in the bill that are there. And if anything, the chair has also clarified that even what was provided for in the bill in terms of a registered person, the definition of a registered person, he has simplified it and corrected it.
No,
don't use this floor to try and score cheap points.
The Honorable Kingola, where are the invoices in the bill?
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I have the bill. Clause 29(2). This clause proposes to require the issuance of an invoice by every person who supplies goods. And of course, I was trying to say this will be very difficult for all small suppliers such as Mama Mboga, motorbike drivers. That's what it is. It is not.
No.
It's in the bill. It is in the bill.
Honorable Undo, sit down. Honorable Undo, take your seat. Honorable Mukunyi, take your seat. Honorable Kingola, read for me in clause 29 where the invoice of supply are. That's what I asked you to do. Honorable, give it. Order.
Mr. Speaker, Mr. Chairman, look at clause 29(2). You can read, Mr. Chairman.
Read.
Order. I asked Honorable Kingola to read. Honorable Kingola, read that bill. Order. Honorable Zambia, order. Honorable Mukunyi, take your seat. Order. You can take my specs. Honorable Kingola, you shall read that bill. Order, members, order. Honorable Kingola, go and sit and read. Go ahead.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I'm going to read it. Clause 29, number 2, an invoice showing an amount of that purports to be tax shall only be issued in respect of a taxable supply.
Thank you. Now make your point.
Thank you. Then, that is why I said, Mr. Chairman, I have a lot of respect.
No. You'll come back to this.
Thank you. Give him.
Order, members.
Yeah.
Order.
Mr. Chairman, I have the floor.
Because order, members.
Mr. Chairman, I have the floor.
Order, members. If we go back to what you had said earlier, You will find that, yeah, so go ahead and finish your point.
So, thank you, Mr. Chairman. The reason why I say this, Mr. Chairman, this government has developed a trend of bringing laws.
No, that now is conjecture.
Okay. Mr. Chairman, it
You
is.
shall sit down.
Because you cannot bring a proposal
Go ahead.
for doing Kenya.
Go ahead. Go ahead. Honourable members, it's not good to do conjecture. It's good to be factual. Honourable Junet, go ahead. Honourable Junet, move to this seat. Move. Just use this one.
Chair, it is true that 29(2) says an invoice showing an amount that purports to be taxed shall only be issued in respect of taxable supply. But, Mr. Chair, I want to tell Honorable Macau, my commissioner, that if he had listened to the committee chair earlier,
Yes.
the amendments that the committee chair has moved by deleting registered persons, that registered person is talking about is the same people he's talking about. Mama Mboga, he's talking about Mutumba. Yes, that is the truth. This is what the bill is saying. Unless you that is, if you listen to the amendment, of the chair, and I want to congratulate the chair by taking care of Mama Mboga, Mutumba, and all small traders. Chair, congratulations, because when you delete registered persons, you are taking care of that category of business people. But the corporate people will pay their taxes.
Thank you, members. I now put the question. Honourable members, that clause 31(29) be amended as proposed by the chairperson of the Finance Committee. Will as another opinion say aye? Will as another opinion say nay? Ayes have it. I now put the question, members, that clause 29 as amended be part of the bill. Will as another opinion say aye? Will as another opinion say nay? The ayes have it.
Clause 30.
Members, I propose a question that clause 30 be part of the bill. There being no amendment, I put the question that clause 30 be part of the bill. Will as another opinion say aye? Will as another opinion say nay? The ayes have it.
Clause 31.
All members, I propose a question that clause 31 be part of the bill. Honourable Chair.
Honourable Chair, I beg to move that clause that one be amended. And Honourable Chair, I beg for members for patience because this is quite a very consequential amendment. I beg to move that clause 31 is amended by first inserting such capital goods, the exemption of which the capital secretary may determine to promote investment in the manufacturing sector, provided that the value of such investment is not less than 5 billion shillings, Honourable Speaker. So this particular provision on clause 31 is providing, Honourable Chairperson, for exemptions for manufacturers that come to invest more than 5 billion shillings. This is meant to make sure that Kenya becomes a manufacturing hub. 5 billion shillings, not less than 5 billion shillings. So that means that anybody that that comes and invests, makes such a huge investment here, and honorable leader of minority is telling me we make it true. Then that comes and makes the investment here, then Kenya will certainly become a manufacturing hub, Honorable Speaker, across the region. Second, Honorable Speaker, we are proposing to delete several of these paragraphs, Honorable Speaker, and this is where we are speaking to the change in the first and the second schedule, where some of the proposals that were being proposed move from 0 rate to exempt were being proposed in this paragraph 31. So what, Honorable Speaker, after extensive public participation, this committee has made a decision to retain the following items under 0 rate. Honorable Speaker, one of them is input of raw materials for, one of them is transportation of sugarcane from farms to milling factory, Honorable Speaker. This I know is a huge deal for the people of Western Kenya, for the farmers of the sugar sector, Honorable Speaker, and therefore it is important that transformation of sugarcane from farms to milling factories continue to be 0 rate, Honorable Speaker, so that we make it easy to have manufacturing, Honorable Speaker, and grow our sugar sector, Honorable Speaker.
Thank you.
It is also important to note that we have also retained, Honorable Speaker, the supply of raw materials for feeds, Honorable Speaker. animal feeds are going to continue to be under zero, Honorable Speaker, and this is to continue making sure that feeds, Honorable Speaker, that animal feeds continue to be affordable, Honorable Speaker, and continue to retain in zero return, Honorable Speaker. It is also important that we also mention that manufacturing of phones, of locally assembled phone manufacturing of phones, we still want to make that to be zero return, Honorable Speaker. This is going to provide, to continue making it easy for our own locally manufactured smartphones and other phones to be very competitive in the market, Honorable Speaker. It's important to note when His Excellency the President said that Kenya is manufacturing phones and laptops, some people said that was a lie. It is important to tell Kenyans that we have companies in this country that produce more than 1 million smartphones per year, including and not limited to M-Copper, Langbird. So we have Dedan Kimathi University. We have grown as a country that now we are exporting smartphones, we are exporting laptops, we are exporting computers, Honorable Speaker, and this particular zero rating of this particular product continues to ensure that we have good employment for young people and we are competitive, Honorable Speaker, in that sector.
Thank you, Honorable Members. Order, order. I have not even proposed the question. Can I propose it first? I propose the question, members, that clause 31 be amended as proposed by the Chairperson of Finance Committee. And before you do that, before I give it to the Honorable, I want to give it first to Honorable Mbui, but before I do that, please welcome children from the Kirima Comprehensive School, Ojoro constituency, Nyandarua County. The Honorable Mbui.
Yeah, thank you, Mr. Speaker. I had an amendment on that in that clause, which I dropped, because I believe that, I'm convinced to reject the whole bill. But, Chair, on the matter that the Chair has raised, the change in 146, now, I see this offending the Statutory Instruments Act, because you cannot give the CS authority to exempt, and there is no reference to Parliament thereafter. Because he's just saying that such capital goods that the exemption of which the Cabinet Secretary may determine. Now, ideally, there has to be some fallback so that even as he makes that decision, he can also come back to the people's representatives for acceptance. So I think I would have wanted this to have gone through, but I wish he would have amended it in a way that we also hold sway over the executive on that matter. Thank you, Chair.
All members, on this, I will give a couple of members to say something. So I want to be patient, but when I give you a chance, please stick to the topic of discussion and spend 1 minute to make your point. The Honorable Wangwe. I'll give this side, then I'll come back this side. Give him the next. Give him any. The Honorable Wangwe, you could use this one.
Sorry. Thank you, Chair. Chair, allow me to really appreciate the committee for making it possible that we retain the zero rating of transportation of Ken, Honorable Chair. Honorable Chair, by applying exemption, it was definitely going to distract what the government has structured now in terms of supply of Ken. The industry has stabilized, Honorable Chair, and distorting it by making it exempt was definitely going to distract everything. Therefore, I want to support the amendment and retain that the committee amendment stands. Thank you, Honorable Chair.
Members, you know the Honorable Wangwe had moved successfully the sugar bill, and is now an act of parliament. That's why this is very important to him. I'll give it, the Honorable Junet. There's a young man I want to give a chance before you. He's called the Honorable Mukunji. Go ahead.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. And when I was reading this bill, Honorable Speaker, I was wondering, what is it that this country wants to achieve by moving from zero rated to exemption of important things such as manufacturing of things in this country. Honorable Speaker, this House in 2024 was invaded because of some proposals that were felt to be so draconian in this country, Honorable Speaker, and out of the executive proposals, we found ourselves under siege, and many members had to run away in very weird places, including ambulances, Honorable Speaker. Honorable Speaker, I am one of the people who spoke closely to these manufacturers. And because of that proposal alone, funds would have gone to more than 40% increase in their prices, and they could not compete with even what is, Honourable Speaker, they are getting from outside. But Honourable Speaker, I ask myself, why is it that somebody can sit down and make a proposal so bad that it gets to this House and this House gets a bad name out of it? That's why, Honourable Speaker, as we say, and I know we are going to actually continue having this fight between zero ration and exemption. It is important, Honourable Speaker, to realize that many of these proposals have a ripple effect, whereby some of these proposals will have jobs being lost. Honourable Speaker.
Order. Honourable Mkunji. Now, be specific on 31, please.
Yes, I am there, Honourable Speaker.
Please.
Honourable Speaker, the phone manufacturers, as a matter of fact, they should be given some tax rebate, including the railway tax and other taxes that involve local manufacturers.
Thank you. Honourable Bongogoyo, I gave you a minute. You've taken 3.
Thank you.
Actually gave you 1 and allowed you 3. I said 1 and I gave you 3. Honourable Bongogoyo, go ahead.
Thank you, Chair. And I want to say that on this particular clause, the committee has taken into consideration what we raised on the second reading. But let me say, if you want to build a country, this is how you build a country by zero rating. The executive had proposed totally different, and most importantly, you want to bring in another clause as the issue of excise duty, and you don't want funds to come from outside the country. Grow your economy so that some of those things you are able to facilitate people who are in this industry, so that ultimately the issue of even excise duty, which we will be rejecting, will not be there, because once we grow this industry, it will be easy for us. Lastly, allow me to say, the chair, you have considered what you say. That is now what should be happening, not what you do in other incidences.
Thank you. Honourable Wandeto.
Speaker, I also want to thank the Committee of Finance for at least listening to Kenyans on this one. And that's why I was challenging my good friend, Honorable Kimani Kuria, that such proposals should not have even been published in the first place. We should not be going through this cleansing ceremony and wasting time. But, Mr. Speaker, my contribution is, and I would like the Honorable Kimani Kuria to listen to this, about manufacturing and the exemptions that are being proposed here, that the Cabinet Secretary can deal with exemptions up to 500 million shillings. I think you have amended it to 5 billion. Mr. Speaker, we are trying to encourage cottage industries, and we seem to be running an economy that we are purposing for foreign investors. Let us also purpose our economy to encourage local investors. We have many people going to China to get machines of 2 million, 3 million, to do juice extraction, packaging this and that. It is important that at least they also get this sort of capital investment exemption.
Honourable Jeanette.
Chair, I want to point out that members don't understand the powers they have. It is the same reason why, we are looking at this bill is because we are the ones who have the powers to amend it. National Treasury can propose anything they want under the sun. Now, you don't need to say, why is National Treasury proposing? It is you as the representative of the people who should make a decision. And that's why we're here today. That's what we are doing. Honorable Wandeto must know he has been sent here by Tetu people so that he can protect their interests in accordance with the law. And that is what we are doing to do. So, Mr. Speaker, first I want to support this amendment. I want to say, Mr. Chair, that this amendment is going to make Kenya an industrialized country. Chair, you know, when you attract investments more than 2 billion shillings to your country and giving them reliefs is when you will get serious investors. That is when you will attract international investors. That is when you will attract foreign direct investment to your country, Mr. Speaker. Secondly, Mr. Speaker, I represent sugar growing area. By zero rating transportation of sugar cane, Mr. Speaker, Mr. Chair, is going to make my people's life better. Chair, as you are aware, this government of the broad-based has revived the sugar industry like no other government. All the sugar factories in our area are now working. In my own county, sugar cane farmers have been paid 1 billion shillings for the last 1 month, for the last 1 year, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, let us accept when the government is doing a good job. Let us own it, Mr. Speaker. Let us not just oppose for the sake of opposing, like what I'm seeing from this village of Amunyo.
The Honorable Muchomba. 1 minute, please. Let me a minute so that we clear this. Honorable Muchomba.
Chair, thank you very much. I happen to be a member of Finance Committee. And we went to various counties in this country listening to Kenyans submitting on their views of the proposed executive finance bill proposal. One of the biggest proposals we received, especially in my county, Kiambu, they came and told us they don't understand the issues of exempt. All they care is whether the animal feeds are going to be cheap at the point of purchase. So, Honorable Chair, it is important for every member of this parliament, before we come to such strategic discussions like today, everybody should seek to read reports of committees before you come to debate in this house, so that you know what members of your county proposed and what is being done.
Thank you.
Thank you.
You know, I gave out the 5 on this side. Allow me to also give this side. The Honorable Oundo. Yeah. It's only fair. Yeah.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. I want to support the amendments brought by the Chair of the committee on Clause 31, particularly to make manufacturing in this country more competitive. But more importantly, Mr. Chair, zero rating transportation of cane is a very, very critical move at this point in time when cost of production is a major issue in this country. The cost of production, 30% goes to transportation of cane. So if we zero rate, Mr. Chair, we will be reducing the cost of production in this country.
Thank you so much. The Vice Chair of Finance Committee.
Thank you, Chair. I think I need to make this clear. I am just a member of Finance. The Vice Chair.
Honorable CPA Ruto.
I am a committee member of Finance.
You've been purporting to be Vice Chair of that committee. I didn't know. Now I do. The Honorable CPA Ruto, go ahead.
Thank you. That could be good prayers. Chair, I'm just speaking from the point of view of the committee report. And can I be heard in silence, Chair? I'm just speaking from the point of view of the committee report. Yes. What members, Honorable Wandeto there is saying is that it is very good to be attentive and always collect the content of every committee report before you react. Because right now it comes out that the committee has done the right thing, what we were wailing about, what we were complaining about, and the committee, guided by Article 118 of our Constitution, they undertaken public participation and have taken into consideration the views of the members of public that are affected. And they are put in this report. The entire report carries huge stakeholder engagement and what members of public are saying.
All members, thank you.
Always listen to the report, go through the report before you argue.
Thank you. Now that you'll agree that this clause does justice to what is required. Honorable Kaluma, lastly.
Chair, I want to support this provision, but with a caution that when we zero rate goods and services, the benefit should go to the consumer. Honorable Chair, the reason as to why the government was initially proposing deletions of these zero rated items is that no benefit is going down. Instead, the tax expenditure is going into hundreds of billions. So we are collecting money, giving to people who are not passing the benefit. So let me say that because we are not as bold as we should be today, and because the people want it so, let us zero rate these goods, but let the factories, the owners of the goods and services, transfer the benefits to the consumers.
Thank you so much.
That is something
Thank you. Members, I want to allow the Honorable, because there's a small thing we left out, and it's causing confusion. The Honorable Chairperson of Finance Committee, you got 2 further amendments to move before we vote on this. Please go ahead.
So, Honorable Chairperson, even before I move these 2 amendments, Honorable Speaker, I am happy that our honorable members from the other side of the aisle, we are now reading from the same page. That Honorable Chair, these proposals come to this House It is our responsibility to make our decision. That's why we are elected by the people of Kenya, Honorable Speaker. As important also not to take the floor of this House to deliberately mislead, so that when you are voting no, then you are purporting that.
Thank you. Please move your amendments now.
Honorable Speaker, after further consultation, I want to move a further amendment, Honorable Speaker, that's on clause 31. That such goods with the exemption of the Cabinet Secretary may determine to promote investment in the manufacturing sector, provided that the value of such investment is not less than Kenya shillings 2 billion shillings, Honorable Speaker. The 5 billion is a bit too high, Honorable Speaker, and I think we agree that allowing investment of up to 2 billion shillings, Honorable Speaker, at least that will give an incentive to many more manufacturers. $1 billion, Honorable Speaker. Honorable Speaker, secondly, I would like to further move that. Where is that? Honorable Speaker, Honorable Chair, I beg to further move that clause.
It's 174, paragraph D.
That clause 174, paragraph D, be further amended to read the following. In paragraph B1, by reading the proposal new paragraph B and substituting therefore the following new paragraph, the issue, transfer, receipt, and other dealing with money, including money transfer services and accepting over the payment counters of household bills, but does not include the rest. So we're just changing the word or to and. And the purpose of this investment, Honorable Speaker, after again very consultative public participation, the wording on this particular clause, Honorable Speaker, could have been interpreted to mean that M-Pesa services would be subjected to further tax, Honorable Speaker. So by wording it like that, Honorable Speaker, it expressly provides that no additional taxation will be allowed on such crucial services, like, for example, M-Pesa service, Honorable Speaker. And Honorable Speaker, lastly, following the ruling on the T-bill, Honorable Speaker, by the court, I think it's important that I declare interest that I'm a farmer. Okay. And so I did a lot with animal feed. And therefore, Honorable Speaker, it's important that I go on record that I am a farmer, Honorable Speaker, on this particular
Chair, before you sit down, there's an issue that was raised by Honorable Mbui earlier on what are the benchmarks to ensure that the CS Treasury does not use this discretion badly. I think you need to make a comment on it.
Yes. So,
the decision on the 2 billion.
So, Honorable Speaker, when you were arguing this, we actually strongly felt that we needed to add another provision to subject this to the National Treasury issuing regulations, Honorable Speaker.
Okay.
But again, we thought that period between now and when the regulations would be published and passed in this House could still disadvantage those ready investors to come and invest, Honorable Speaker. But we'll be moving further in further tax amendment to provide that the National Treasury must issue regulations, Honorable Speaker, as you said, to make sure that this particular proposal is not abused, Honorable Speaker.
I hope you work with him to ensure that you bring these regulations. So, members, I now put the question that clause 31, as amended and further amended, be further amended as proposed by the Chairperson of Finance Committee. Will have another opinion say aye? Will have those opinion say nay? The ayes have it. Members, I propose the question, therefore, that clause 31 as amended and further amended be part of the bill. Will have another opinion say aye? Will have another opinion say nay? Ayes have it.
Clause 32.
Members, I propose the question that clause 32 be part of the bill. Chairperson of the committee.
Honorable Chairperson, I beg to move that clause 32 be amended as per the order paper by deleting the following paragraphs, Honorable Chair. Now that we have made the deletions on clause 31, that we are moving those items from second schedule to first schedule. We now need to delete them again where they are, Honorable Speaker. So this means that now the items that we have listed as taking them back to zero rate remains under zero rate.
You are cleaning up. Thank you. Members, I propose the question that clause 32 be amended as proposed by the Chair of the Finance Committee. Honorable Undo.
Let me also take this opportunity to thank the committee for listening to the cries and the voices of Kenyans. But of course, as we do that, we must always question the motive of the drafters of this document. They must have been sadists. They are not typical experts that we thought went there. No sane person, no sane Kenyan could have done this. Honorable Speaker, it's unbelievable. But thanks a lot for the Parliament for listening. I listen
Thank
how
you.
doing the Kenyan
Members, I now put the question that clause 32 be amended as proposed by the chair. Will ask member of the opinion say aye? Will ask member of the opinion say nay? The ayes have it. Members, I now put the question that that clause 32 as amended be part of the bill. Will ask member of the opinion say aye? Those of the opinion say nay? The ayes have it.
New clause 26A.
Members, I propose the question that new clause 26A be part of the bill. Mover to move it for second reading.
Honorable Speaker, I beg to move that new clause 26, new clause 26A be now read a second time, Honorable Speaker. Honorable Speaker, this relates to supplies that are made to Kenya Defence Forces, Kenya Defence Welfare Services, the National Intelligence Service, the National Police Service, and the National Intelligence Service, Honorable Speaker. Honorable Speaker, Honorable Chair, the supplies that are made to these institutions for our men and women of uniform who do very tremendous job in protecting our country, Honorable Speaker, are exempt. But however, when the suppliers of this particular supplies to them, they are not exempt. And therefore, the suppliers to these particular institutions are not able to claim their input VAT. So, Honorable Speaker, by now providing this expressive proposal, Honorable Speaker, is going to increase the working capital available to these particular institutions. And we're talking about entities that apply, for example, fuel to Kenya Defence Forces. So that supply of fuel is exempt because Kenya Defence Forces, for example, or National Intelligence or National Police Service products, those particular institutions are exempt from VAT. But now the supplier, according to the current law, is not allowed to claim input VAT. So therefore, we are exempting this particular case, Madam Speaker, to make it easier for those that supply vatable product to this particular institution.
Members, I propose the question that the new clause 26A be now read a second time. I put the question that the new clause 26A be now read a second time. Will the opinion say aye? Those of the opinion say nay? Ayes have it. Members, I now propose the question that the new clause 26A be part of the bill. I put the question that the new clause 26A be part of the bill. Does one of the opinion say aye? Those of the opinion say nay? The ayes have it.
Provisions relating to the Excise Duty Act, CAF 472, clause 33.
Clause 33 has no amendment. I therefore propose the question that clause 33 be part of the bill. I put the question that clause 33 be part of the bill. Does one of the opinion say aye? Those of the opinion say nay? Ayes have it.
Clause 34.
Members, I propose the question that clause 34 be part of the bill. Chairperson.
Honorable Chairperson, I beg to move that clause 34 be amended by being deleted. Honorable Chairperson, this is one of the issues that we debated extensively yesterday and before yesterday. This matter relates to taxation on funds on activation. Honorable Chairperson, we agree that there has been a lot of tax evasion for many traders in mobile phones. Honorable Chairperson, you might find a phone like maybe an iPhone 17 trading at 200,000 shillings on a shop, whereas you know that price is not reasonable, Honorable Speaker. It means that around 55% of the taxes on the phones, those people are not paying taxes, Honorable Speaker. So therefore, if taxing these phones on activation would have led to higher collection, Honorable Speaker, and making it a level playing field for everyone. Okay. However, Honorable Speaker, upon further interrogation of this particular clause, the committee concluded and agreed with the members of the public, the Kenya Revenue Authority needs to work on systems first if they are to change the taxation point, Honorable Speaker, because as worded in this law, Honorable Speaker, it would have added unnecessary tax administration to consumers. If, Honorable Chair, you buy a phone and you send it to your brother in the village, and maybe that phone you do not know tax was paid on it, and then that your brother is required to pay tax on it, I think that will create unnecessary tax burden, Honorable Speaker, to taxpayers, Honorable Speaker.
Members, I propose the question that clause 34 be amended proposed by the chair. The first bite will be Honorable Mwenje's bite.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. Thank you, Chair. Thank you, Honorable Speaker, and I want to thank the committee because, Honorable Speaker, this was one of the clauses that I had a very serious problem with, especially with regards to the word activation, because my concern was that this would peg a phone to an individual. And that would mean that in any time that you want to track that phone or shut it down or anything, this would have been a clause that would have been dangerously put there to be abused. And I want to thank the committee for considering that.
Member Kigumo.
Thank you, Chair. I'm also glad that we were listened to because we are raising this issue. And I think the problem we have with the KRA is that every problem looks like something that should be dealt with a new tax. So the inefficiencies of being unable to collect tax from people who deal with phones should not be passed on to consumers. And I think that is in the right place, and they must ensure that their systems are effective. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I want to laud the committee for that deletion, and this is why, honorable members, the proposals in this yellow paper are proposals from national treasury. It is us, the people who have been elected in this country, to look at what is painful with the people of Kenya and delete it and be able to rectify those things that are harmful to our society and will make the cost of phone expensive. Mr. Speaker, this is the way to go. As legislators, we will listen to the people of Kenya and we are able to get solutions.
Members, I therefore put the question that clause 34 be amended as proposed by the Chair of Finance Committee. Will those of that opinion say aye? And those of that opinion say nay? Ayes have it. Members, I now put the question. All members, clause 34 is deleted, and therefore there is no point to make it part of the bill. Next clause.
Clause 35.
Members, I propose the question that clause 35 is part of the bill. Chairperson. Doro Maklap. Take your seat.
Madam Chair, I beg to move that clause 35 be amended as per the order paper. Again, this relates to the issue of excise duty.
Order. Doro Maklap. Yes. Get off the between the chair and go ahead.
Thank you, Madam Chair. I beg to move that clause 35 be amended as per the order paper by deleting this particular provision. And again, this relates to the issue that we are discussing on telephone, on mobile phones, Honorable Chair.
Members, I propose the question that clause 35 be amended as proposed by the chair by deletion. Members, I put the question that clause 35 be deleted. Will as many of that opinion say aye? Those of that opinion say nay? The ayes have it.
Clause 36.
All members, I propose the question that clause 36 be part of the bill. Honorable Chair.
Yes.
Honorable Chair, we are on clause 36. Your amendments to it.
36, yes. Honorable Chair, I beg to move that clause 36 be amended as per the order paper. This proposal will, again, Honorable Chair, clause 36.1 is about funds on clause 36.1 on Honorable Chairperson. The other is about the various rates, Honorable Chair, including the rates for small independent brewers. Honorable Chair, we found clause 5 very dangerous, Honorable Chair, and we could also not understand why it was there because the clause 5 was reading in the description, spirits of undenatured extra neutral ethanol of alcoholic strength 90% purchased by licensed manufacturers, by deleting the word licensed manufacturers. So by deleting the word licensed manufacturers, it will mean that you will have high concentrated ethanol being sold to other businesses who are not registered manufacturers, Honorable Speaker. And we thought that would be very dangerous, Honorable Speaker. Further, I'll be moving to further amend clause F 10. That is that what? Huh? You know, reading these Roman numbers, X,
The Honorable Chair, you got order. The Honorable Chair, you can console for a minute. Okay.
On clause 13, Honorable Chairperson, we are now introducing a new provision. And I think this is very important for our brothers and sisters in the sugar belt sector. We are now proposing to increase tax on imported sugar. The current rate of imported sugar is at 7.5 shillings per kilogram. Our committee report had recommended 10 shillings per kilogram, but upon further consultation, I am moving that further. This be amended by making it 40 shillings per kilogram, Honorable Speaker. This would mean that all the companies, Honorable Speaker, that are producing sugar, the likes of Mumias, the likes of Muhoroni, and all those others, Honorable Speaker, we are going now to make it easier for them to sell sugar in this country, Honorable Speaker.
Thank you. Though members, I propose the question that clause 36 be amended as proposed by the Chair of Finance Committee. The first bite will go to Honorable Nabi Nabuera. Honorable Nabi, it's over there. You got the mic.
Thank you, Chair. I second the proposal, Chair. Coming from a sugar growing area, one of the problems we have had as up to yesterday is imported sugar. By making imported sugar more expensive, it delivers good prices for local sugar. It makes our local sugar more competitive. I therefore second.
Thank you. The Honorable Murugara. Actually, I know there's this side. So I'll leave this side first and I come back this side.
Thank you very much, Honorable Chair. Honorable Chair, I support this. This is extremely timely. We have had problems with our factories, local production, and going off sugarcane. Correct. Because in Brazil or those other countries, it is extremely cheap to produce sugar. So they bring it here, not just like an export, it's dumping. So they dump it here, we buy it, and we kill our factories, and we discourage our farmers.
Thank you. Honorable Mogaka.
This is extremely good.
Members, let's do a minute each. Honorable Mogaka.
Don't have a mic.
You got a mic.
Yes, thank you, Chair, and I want to support that amendment, and in particular, thank and applaud the Chair of Finance Committee and Parliament for moving people-driven amendments. I am extremely happy that among the constituencies that the Committee of Finance visited is West Mugrango constituency, and when I see amendments being moved pursuant to the contributions and public participation done in my Nyamira town, I say this is the parliament that the people want, and I thank you.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. I want to support this amendment, for it is going to ensure that the sugar farmers are going to get more earnings. But, Honorable Chair, as the government imposes tax on imports of sugar, it must also remove levy imposed on tea, because tea farmers will not get earnings, will not get profit for their tea if their tea, which is entirely meant for export, is levied. So let government impose tax on imported sugar, but remove levies on tea for export.
Thank you. Honorable Baya. Honorable Baya. Honorable Baya, you got the mic.
Thank you. Chair, I would like to support this amendment and congratulate the committee, but also to say that this will contribute to growing sugar in new frontiers. For example, Kwale is one of the areas that for many years, Ramisi sugar. We have even potential to grow sugar in Tana River. and potential to grow the fastest growing sugar in Kilifi. Honorable Chair, this is an opportunity. But also in the same breath, I would like to request Honorable Karemba to substantiate what levies have actually been imposed on tea. You know,
Thank you.
He does.
The Honorable Junet.
Chair, we must tell Kenyans the truth. That this finance bill is for Kenyans and it's meant to make their lives easy and simple. Chair, as I've said earlier, I represent sugarcane farmers. I represent my voters as sugarcane farmers. Chair, we have 17 companies in Kenya that produce sugar. And courtesy to this government of President William Ruto and the broad-based, all the 17 are functioning. And all the 17 are paying farmers. And they are paying within 7 days. Chair, I want to tell you, governments that are facing elections like now, 1 year to elections, are known for removing taxes from sugar so that they can raise campaign funds. But this is a government that is imposing taxes on sugar 1 year to the election. What is that telling you? They want to take care of the farmers. They want to make sure that farmers earn, farmers get money. There is money in their pocket. We must respect and congratulate the President.
Thank you, Chair. Chair, I would like to...
Now, what is out of order, Honorable Wanjiboka?
I'm concerned, Honorable Chair. The Chair of Finance received a call, and he has since not returned back. And you know he was dealing with a live wire. He was dealing with a live wire. So is he safe?
The Honorable Wanjiboka. No. The member for Lagos Songa, order. Now Lagos Songa on his feet, he will be given a chance to contribute.
Thank you, Chair. Chair, I wanted to say that this is one of the very progressive amendments that I would like to support. Chair, you know that me and you come from Siaya. We have 2 companies that are setting up, sugar manufacturing companies. And we want them to produce sugar to be sold to Kenyans, not to produce sugar and keep them in stores. Therefore, I want to thank the committee for this progressive amendment. This amendment actually is going to put money in the pockets of Kenyans, and is going to create employment for millions of Kenyans across the sugar belt.
Thank you.
Thank you, Chair, for this opportunity. You know, Chair, by increasing the import duty or tax on imported sugar, basically we are protecting our farmers, and it's a good thing, Mr. Chair, that we protect farmers. But Mr. Speaker, it's also important to ask ourselves, what happens to the local prices of sugar? Why is it they are not competitive in the international market? Because that may be what we need to deal with. Because as you protect farmers and you impose import duty that is very high, you forget that you've also got consumers who actually require the cheaper the price. So what we need, Mr. Speaker, is to find a way of sorting out the price matter, that we support our local farmers, but at the same time we also support consumers.
Thank you.
Because
the member from where? From where?
Thank you, Honorable Speaker.
There is nothing out of order on what Honorable Mbuya said. Go ahead, Honorable Member from where?
Thank you, Mr. Speaker, for giving me this chance to contribute to this amendment. While I support this amendment, I also propose that you impose taxes on imported rice so that we can protect the Kenyan farmers. We are spending 55.5 billion on imports to this country from India, from Pakistan. Mr. Speaker, from as close as Tanzania, we need to protect the very oppressed Moya farmer, Ahero farmer, so that they can make their living.
Thank you. Honorable Wangwe.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Honorable Speaker, Honorable Chair, thank you so much. I just want to put some factors correct. Do we have enough sugar in the stores? The answer is yes. Do we have enough cane? Yes. What do we need? We simply need to have the market ready as it is. Therefore, Honorable Chair, I want to support the amendment by the committee that we put it high so that we don't want to see importation of sugar.
Thank you. Honorable Wakali Mulu. Honorable United, I thought you already gave a chance on this.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Honorable Wakali Mulu.
I was wondering whether I will be in order to remind you that we are not in third reading. We are in third reading, not second reading. And the procedure has been...
Thank you. The Honorable Majority Leader, when all of this.
Chair, I rise to support this amendment and indeed thank the Chair first for doing the further amendment from 10 shillings to 40 shillings. I even wish it would have been higher to make it punitive so that we protect our sugarcane farmers. You remember 3 years ago we were importing sugar. Sugar was at a price of 550 shillings a kg. Because of the efforts that have been put to uplift the sugar industry in the country, today sugar is available, as Wangwe says, from the cane farmers. Cane farmers are getting paid. And the only way we can undo these good gains is if we allow all those cheap imports to come from outside. Finally, Honorable Speaker, yes. I've had a number of us speak to other levies. Levies to do with tea. I want to clarify that this finance bill has 0 levies on tea or on coffee. It is very important that we make that clear so that even as we seek to speak to the public, we be clear that the finance bill had only issues to do with helping sugar cane farmers.
Chairman of the committee, finally, so that we put the question.
So, Honorable Chairperson, I just wanted to also inform this House that further, we have provided...
Do you want to be informed by the Honorable Babu Owino?
Okay, let me be informed by the Honorable Owino.
You want to inform the Honorable Chair? Go ahead and inform him. He says you can inform him.
Thank you very much, Chairman. You know, Mr. Speaker, whoever he is, now, as at now, Chairman, let me inform the Chairman.
No, when we sit where we are sitting, we are chairpersons. When you sit on the seat behind me, we are speakers. We are not whoever he is.
Thank you. I was just trying to massage your ego, Chairman, but
I don't have ego at all.
Anyway, Chairman, let me inform Chairman Finance Committee. Chairman, our consumption rate for sugar in Kenya is at 1.14 million tons that we consume. What we produce is 610 metric tons, correct? What we produce is 610,000 metric tons, which means that what we import is around 505,000 metric tons.
What is your source, Honorable Babu? What is your source of information?
Chairman, let me just inform you, please, that this information is common knowledge. Therefore, Chairman, when we talk about importation of sugar, it means that we solely depend largely on imported sugar as Kenyans. And therefore, when the Chairman Finance Committee is stating that taxes will be increased from 10 to 40, at that rate, it means that the consumers in Kenya are going to be hurt more. Okay. Chairman, as I proceed...
Thank you. You are informing the Honorable...
Let me finish my point, Chairman. Let me finish my point, please.
The Chairman of the Finance Committee, you've been informed about order.
Advantage of having extensively particular matter to have the correct result, Honorable Speaker. So I don't want to be informed because...
no hote kwamũkĩra rwĩmbo rũrũ rwakwa mũnyamarũri rũtuĩke skiza thĩinĩ wa thimũ yaku hihinya *811*496#. ririkana Inooro nĩ mũciĩ wa aini othe.
30,000. Wacha ni withdraw nilipe.
Refa amesimamisha. Amesema kuwithdraw na kulipa ni foul kubwa. Salale, goalkeeper yuko tayari. Amweka defender chini. Inaenda kuwa mbaya zaidi hapa. Wameweka mstari. Refa amepuliza. Imetumwa. Imepita wall. Imeingia. Inakuwa goal!
Madane. Tumadirect from bank na pesa link.
Ni shesheni ya Inooro TV.
muthenya omothe onaguo ni tugukenda gukunyita ogeni tukunyitaga ogeni tukenete na niyo ni njui ni onaga ngoro citu ona ni njikarite television ni guo rimwe ni ndoraga ngona he mundu uyu ahana 1 2 3 koguo ugitutwira cira ni hotaga gututwira cira no kona ati tukunyitaga ogeni guku turia kenu na tukwendete na muno makire nturumbuyagia ciuria irio roria taru nginya muthenya omothe tuna Dr. Ngatia na ni specialist witu wa uhoro wigamaine na uhoro wigi cukari na tukwenda gucokia ciuria ciaku nyingi tutumeire na nja ende mbere ugu daktari karibu.
Thank you muno abo indacokia gatho niguo na nditukoretwo tukiruta mawira maingi na iria turiganite nawe ndathire kundu kuingi na nitukoretwo tukirumirira maundu ma diabetes na maundu maria mokite mero na wa mbere no gucokia gatho kuri ndu atutaga nao wira kuri Ngaira Roads na ndu atutaga nao afya mashinani Nairobi Gatanga kuria Shomo na Mwea ni okerire wega muno na Gatanga ni ciokerire wega muno.
Okay, nisaidie mzee wangu akona sukari lakini anajikuna sana sehemu zao za nyeti ama za siri. Tena ana bleed sana. Shida ni gani?
Tuaugire atiriri. Wa mbere diabetes ni metabolic disorder. Ugo diabetic ithukagia mioere ya irio distribution na cukari gwaikara mikiha-ini na ni ukaga ugathukia even the immunity. Niguo? Ugo haha no turore maundu maigana auga mzee.
Yes.
Nona auga mzee. Ti mama. Tondu mama niyo tukoragwo tuonete atumia niyo methwa muno njira ya uciari na ithwa muno ni njira ino ni rauta mathugumo mena cukari muingi nayo defense system ni nyuite cukari muingi na igacoka thi. Uguo gukagia nginya tumici turia tungihitukira hau twa nguku tukagia na uhuru wa kuingira muci ucio none no ino ya muthuri nayo ni arehe nganja tondu riu immunity ngakinya niyo irarehe primary gwithwa na kubreed no hakorwo na kaundu kangi gataramenyeka uguo tukumigaya tuge cukari wakati mwega na tukorora horo wa hygienic na tucoka turore horo wa dermatological diseases iria ingikorwo igituma maundu macio mathi na mbere tondu naguo cukari ukugwithia immunity naguo dawa iria kwagiria kuhuthika iremwo ni kuruta wira wega niguo let me tell you something hari kiundu tuonaga hindi ya HIV no tuga ni hindi ni period tondu HIV ni tayathirire tondu ni atwikire so suppressed
niguo
no riria yari at the peak one of the critical sign yokaga ni kindu gietagwo happy zoster thundo fulani cianyitaga mwiri mwena omwe kana branch mwena omwe kana kogoro mwena omwe na andu aria mena cukari thaici in fact twawitaga na ku background musibi wa ngoma na no musibi wa ngoma tondu it is very painful na musibi ucio ni ucokete no cokereire andu a diabetes na nie ni njui na ni manjui na ni manyonete haria ati ni thondekete kiuma last year andu matanyiheire 10 kana 20 uguo diabetes niyo iragwithia immunity among other things na no gukorwo even this person no akorwo na happy zoster kana another infection ni undu wa immunity kugwa
okay
mathina macio maingi ma cukari ri kindu